Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. Well, we're looking at the book of Revelation, and that's exciting because we believe the revelation of Jesus Christ that is given to John here, that he gave to the seven churches, that literally has been given to us. The last book in the Bible reminds us that God has the final word. Now remember the things which are. Jesus appeared to John. He saw him in his glorious presence there on the Isle of Patmos in exile. John gets to see Jesus once again, and he falls at his feet as dead. He worships him. That's chapter 1. And then he's told to write the things which are, the seven churches of Asia. And he gives letters to those seven churches. And then he's told in this chapter 4 to write the things which shall be after this. And after these things, chapters 1 and 2 and 3, I looked, and behold, a door standing open in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was like a trumpet speaking with me, saying, "Come up here, and I will show you things which must take place after this." We believe this is a picture and symbolic of the rapture. The church is not mentioned again in the book of Revelation after chapter 3. Why? It's caught up. It went up in the air to be with the Lord forever. Heaven is the next scene. And so now in verse 2, immediately I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. And he who sat there was like a jasper and a sardius stone in appearance, and there was a rainbow around the throne in appearance as an emerald. And around the throne, in verse 4, were 24 thrones. And on the thrones I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white robes, and they had crowns of gold on their heads. So we'll be talking about these verses for a couple days, but we need to be reminded the first thing John experiences in heaven is a worship scene. He sees all of creation worshiping their Creator. Down in verse 11, you created all things, and by your will they exist and were created to receive glory and honor and power. Oh Lord, you are worthy. Worship means to ascribe to God His worth, and we were created to worship. Heaven is a place of worship, and that's what John experiences. The creatures worshiping their Creator. In chapter 5, you're going to see the creatures, all of the multitudes of the earth, worshiping their Redeemer. They're going to meet the Lamb who is coming to sit on the throne. But here, as we look in chapter 4, you see the word throne used some 14 times. So it seems like in the rest of the book, 45 times the book of Revelation, you have the word throne mentioned. It's about the throne, reminding us of the sovereignty of God. God is in charge, and especially in these days of apostasy and these days of so much unrest and so much insecurity and so much fear in the world, on the brink of a war 3. Who knows what this world will face? Well, we do kind of know because we have the book of Revelation, and we can be reminded that God is sovereign and He's in control. Now, what we're seeing here in chapter 4, verse 1, and so he heard this voice, and he said he's going to see the things which take place after this. And immediately he sees a throne set in heaven and one on the throne. So the first thing is we're looking at the throne is we see someone set on the throne, and that is of course God the Father. He is seated on a throne in heaven. Always through the scripture He's pictured as seated on the throne in heaven. His Son is pictured seated at His right hand. From time to time He stands. We're going to see about that. We're going to meet the Lamb who comes to be on the throne with the Lord. Remember the last church of Laodicea. The church was promised, And the people are promised, if you overcome, I'll give you a place to sit on the throne with me. So it's about the throne. Oh, my friend, let's make sure our hearts are full of worship today as we look to the throne of God. And I love that verse in Hebrews. We can come boldly to the throne of grace where we might find help and mercy in our time of need. Come today to his throne, worship him, and find what you need in him, Jesus Christ. God bless you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.